Now we'll hopefully start off there.
Yes, and here we go. Danny Pitbull against Tekkz. Loser goes home, winner advances into the top 8 of the FC Pro World Championships. It's going to be Danny Pitbull kicking from left to right in that white strip. And of course, Tekkz from right to left in the blue. As we've seen the squads throughout the day, and of course yesterday as well, the selection of various players. We saw the draft. Tekkz, it looks like he's playing Sesko at right back now. Rashford isn't starting for him, and he has Saliba starting instead. Is there anything that you potentially would have changed in this team, or is it difficult with the 15 mil?
Yeah, it's quite difficult with the 15 mil. You've got to kind of look at the prices and see what positions you maybe want to sacrifice and give up, or maybe which items maybe you play better with. As Tekkz trying to get an early look in.
Couldn't get
strong, but with the items, I think it's preference and formation style. In a 4-5-1, I wouldn't have a clue on where to start, to be honest. But in a 4-4-2, I'll put a lot of my investment into my strikers.
You see that Eusebio's taken a fair portion of the budget for a lot of the players in this competition. I remember Danny Pitbull's Liao has been outrageous in this tournament. It's going to be Danny Pitbull on the attack. Can't get the pass through, but he's still managed to retain possession.
Yeah, I managed to watch Danny Pitbull a little bit in the ECL, and I was really impressed with his gameplay.
Hold on a second. The player lock across the box maybe potentially could have been on with Messi to drift in front of the defender, but in the end, Tekkz managing to get away from it. But like defensively, Tekkz seems to be a little bit all over the place. But can Danny Pitbull capitalize? Seems to be very, very calm and composed in these areas. A good defending from Tekkz.
Yeah, Danny Pitbull, I like to say he's got very good, strong fundamentals, and Tekkz, sometimes it takes a few seconds to get used to your bearings, but as you see, Gary Barrow starting off strong with a Harry Kane, a low-driven finish to break the deadlock early on in that game, and then we see him flying with that momentum.
Absolutely, it's been a great start for Gibalis. You mentioned that goal. I always get caught off guard with those low-drivens, you know, because I think, really, is it going to go in? But then
I think low-driven is like one of the best play styles in the game. I'm not too sure if I prefer it over finesse, but I think it's a bailout type of finish. I think it will get you in good scenarios, and sometimes shoot. You just got to shoot at that point.
Yaya Toure in that right mid, of course, the shapeshifter's item. Beautiful cancel there. Messi's almost done enough to take it past Saliba there again. Good recovery from Tekkz. Look over here, though. Through ball in behind. Isak's going to get there. Keeper does enough to slide tackle and prevent a pretty much guaranteed goal if Tekkz managed to get around him.
Yeah, I thought that would have been 1-0 Tekkz straight away, but I'm kind of with you. Defensively, I see a lot of space in Tekkz's gaps, which I'm kind of think it could be a good thing, because I think as long as Tekkz is able to play free, kind of allowed to express himself, I think we can see his true ability. You don't want him to be a bit structured and a bit scared to lose the ball, but exciting start.
I spoke to him before the tournament started. Of course, the meta slightly shifted defensively with the team press being utilised. Hold on a second.
We'll have a look.
A bit too far for you, or is that something that you can take and come straight off of the wall? But an attack could still be put together here for Tekkz. Messi's been vital in not just only Tekkz's squad, but in a lot of players' teams where he's just been that catalyst to create a lot of chances and score a lot of goals.
Yeah, Messi's playing like the real-life Messi. Some of the dribbling I've seen him doing this weekend for some of the players, throwing people off the momentum, and with a 5-star at this stage of the game, he's just ruthless in the box as well.
Another free kick given away there by Danny Pitbull. I still think Tekkz has that sort of thing in the game where people don't tend to play their game. They always sort of curl up in a little bit of a ball, especially at the start of it, start of the game specifically, because like the name factor based on what we've seen Tekkz. Do you think that's a case in this game? Because I feel like Danny Pitbull's been a bit tentative in some areas.
Yeah, I mean, Tekkz has earned the right to have that reputation where no matter what Tekkz you're playing, whether it's 25, 24 Tekkz, he's earned a reputation where you got to fear him some sort of way, and especially if you've never played him before, you kind of don't know what to expect. But Danny Pitbull, sometimes you need a few minutes to kind of figure out his tendencies, what he likes to do, and sometimes you just need a few minutes to relax yourself and realize it's just another opponent.
Great bit of pressing there from Tekkz as well. Got a question from the chat. Of course, keep engaging in the stream here. Shells, will we be here playing next year? That is the question. What's the answer?
Listen, boys and girls, I will try my best. Like, I can't make any promises.
Hold on a second.
Before, Danny Pitbull, Yaya Toure.
Wow, he's fluffed his lines. That has got to be a goal from Danny Pitbull. I feel like you can't be making mistakes like that at this level. You get punished.
It just lets me know I'm not the worst finisher out here as well, because I'll be missing chances like that as well. But Danny Pitbull will be fuming.
Great step.
You 1-0 up. To go back to your question, I'm going to try.
We're running it back next year?
Are you playing with it?
Fine, I got another 10-0 loss in me. Why not? Of course, being on this side of things now, do you ever miss wanting to play at these events? I feel like when you get to the event, it's a little bit different, where you just...
I miss it every day, to be honest. I do love competing, but also some of the matchups I see, I'm thinking I'm glad I'm on this side, because Tekkz is looking to try and break the deadlock here. Still retains the ball in the edge of the box.
It's lovely stuff. Can he find a way to get through? It's the first time past Messi wasn't able to break the defensive structure of Danny Pitbull. I'm loving the dribbling with Messi. It kind of reminds me of Tekkz from years gone by, where he doesn't necessarily have to sprint or do anything extravagant with the skill moves. He just waits for the defender to make a mistake. And there's the update at the bottom of your screen right there. Gibados 2-0 up against Paco. It's been a dream start for the Brazilian.
Yeah, I managed to watch his game yesterday, and I thought he played fantastic against Jafonzo, defensively as well. To slow Jafonzo down is not an easy task, but Danny Pitbull lurking on the edge, but good defending against from Tekkz, and might have found some space on a counter-attack. Yeah,
this counter-attack could be efficient here. A lot of runners off the ball, but it's Messi, and it's a ball into Eto, and you can see the composure is just offside, though, by a slither.
Exciting 32 minutes, no? I think this has been... Both players look really dangerous going forward. They both look comfortable, but there's a lot of space on the pitch. But it's been 0-0 so far, but I think it's an exciting game to come.
I was about to say that Danny Pitbull seems to be sort of struggling to get into it. I feel like Tekkz has been on the ascendancy and seems to have a lot of control, a lot of success coming from this right side.
I would like to say I think Tekkz is starting to grow in confidence. You can see the little intricate play that he's doing. And the thing about Tekkz, when the confidence is not an ability issue, trust me guys, it's not an ability issue with him, it's all about confidence. And I think in games you can kind of see it will either increase or decrease in a matter of seconds, which is quite an unusual thing to see with a player like Tekkz, but it's just to show confidence is one of the biggest parts in this level.
He's got direct. Oh, he almost managed to sneak it into the corner. Rebound, keeper saved again. And he's going to got a third chance, and this time it goes out for a corner, and Mamardashvili has been selected. Keep a keen eye on him, and a green timed header into the corner. And Danny Pitbull, we spoke about not really being in this game too much, has found the first goal against Tekkz.
Yeah, Mamardashvili, we've seen that many times this tournament so far, and it's why he's in the team. For these set pieces are so crucial at this level of SC, but he hasn't been in the game too well, maybe not playing, but he finds himself 1-0 up, and that's all that matters. And at the end of the day, Ryan, it doesn't matter how you win. It's just make sure that you do.
Yeah, 100%. And it came from a free kick where we never really see players take it direct into the box. It was another little selection where he moved Mamardashvili into a favourable position that led to the corner. But of course, that is the first goal in this game. Hopefully more to come. Of course, it's still 2-0 in that game between Gibados and Fakir, who is trying to find a way back in this game. And Tekkz would, of course, be hoping to do so as well.
Yeah, Tekkz will obviously be a bit disappointing conceding first after starting quite well. But a set-piece goal, I don't think it would ruin his confidence too much. You've got to stick to what you know best and keep out your game plan.
I'm going to see if he can get a quick response straight off of the kickoff here to Lukaku venturing forward for Tekkz. And he's managing to get a lot of space in the box here. Fantastic bit of last-ditch defending there from Danny Pitbull.
Lovely bit of speed was there with Vinny. You see Tekkz, you know, he loves these situations. He's been doing this for many years, trying to find a reset.
The medal could be on, you know. Keeper manages to claim that relatively comfortably. Your thoughts on Danny Pitbull not seeming to be listening to any music or anything? He's just...
Whatever works for you. I think everyone's got their own tips and tricks, what works for them. I sometimes listen to music, sometimes turn it off when I'm 3-0 down. But I think for Danny Pitbull, he looks locked in, and I'm surprised because he can hear what I'm saying. So. But you can tell when these players, it don't matter, because at this stage, you could have anything in your ears and you don't really know what's going on. Yeah,
and he almost tried to squeeze into the gap there with a bit of technical dribbling with Messi. Didn't end up being an opportunity at goal for him. We're approaching the end of the first half. There's not going to be too many minutes added on. I'd say a maximum of 2. It's 1 minute added on. And the overlap for Sesko could be an option that Tekkz takes. And hold on a second, can we get a last attack here, Shells?
Yeah, Tekkz trying to equalize just before half-time. Finds Etu with a lot of space. What pass he intended for. I think he tried to hit Isak on the edge and let Vinny be the final option. But I think a strong half from Tekkz, which he should take that in consideration and hopefully give a little bit of confidence to go a little bit further.
Absolutely. This is the other game going on. I mentioned how it's slightly behind this one. And the scoreline remains the same. Gibados 2-0 up in this one. From watching him from the start of last season up until now, I just love the confidence of him. You can see the transformation of somebody into just the way that they're playing and the way how he's so locked in. And it's just come from experience. He's managed, of course, a lot of success over in Brazil, the Libertadores as well, managing to finish second in back-to-back years. And of course, this year in the EMLS, a fantastic tournament to get to this World Championship. I feel like not only offensively, I've been very impressed with, but defensively, you know what? Very strong. Defensively,
like I said, against Jafonso, he was really, really good on every step, pressing well, stopping the transition. We know what it's like playing against Jafonso in the transition, especially. Riyadh, this is the type of level you need to be at this stage. And I think, yes, he's lost 2 finals this season, but if he heats up at the right time, he can win the one that matters the most.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, this would have been, hold on, I was offside. This would have been potentially a game where it would have been up against a teammate in Anders Vergang, and it didn't work out that way. We are underway, though, as you can see, in the second half. And look at that run. It was actually called back in the end. I thought Cantona was going to make a very late run there for Danny Pitbull to potentially be an option for a through ball.
I really love watching how Danny Pitbull plays, just because I feel like he does a lot of things I think I can still do, but he just does it 10 times better. His fundamentals are too strong, and he just plays a nice, clean game.
Yeah, it's not just you that's a huge fan of Danny Pitbull. Vamo Danny from SSC DM10 showing the support for Danny Pitbull in the chat will, of course, keep engaging in the conversation. And it's wonderfully worked. You can see the team press being activated, and it works in favor of Tekkz. 3-0 for Gibados in this game. It was Harry Kane to break the deadlock, and it is a mountain to climb from Fakir now, being 3-0 down against somebody that seems to be on the top of their game.
Yeah, Fakir's found himself in a tough situation, and it is quite a tough scenario because when you take down a player like Anders, you feel like you should have won the tournament by now. So I think for him, he's still got a lot of time left to turn things around. We've seen worse things happen and crazier things happen, so he still has a lot of time to come back.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was saying earlier, though. Sometimes you just meant it. It's not something you purposely do, but you might just peak a little bit earlier than you want to. It's look at the space. Hold on a second. Vinny's in acres of it. Eto, low driven off the post. And that was a key opportunity for Tekkz to equalize.
Yeah, even that little extra pass to Etu, I didn't expect. But he done well to get the shot off, but maybe lacking a green time finish is a reason why Tekkz couldn't equalize.
Could that be a wake-up call for Danny Pitbull? Not that he would need it, but he can never be too comfortable in any game, let alone a 1-0 lead against Tekkz. That run there from Liao. He's going to get an opportunity. Sensational bit of skills, but equally matched there with the tackle from Tekkz.
That's the thing about Danny Pitbull. He's been quite, what's the word, efficient, or maybe that's the wrong word. He's been a bit organized when going forward, but the fact that he's done the basic skill there, that threw me off guard. I didn't expect that. I thought he might have done the basic option, but Tekkz trying to equalize. Danny Pitbull, I think he had to trigger team press, as you can see, this defense on Tekkz straight away.
Yeah,
not giving him any room, but it's Tekkz.
Just about manages to keep the ball there with Saliba. You mentioned the team press.
You can see the impact.
It benefits certain players more than others?
Yes, I think it's not going to work for everyone. I think and it's also situation-based because you don't want to give up any easy gaps. But I think when some players are lurk around the edge, you've got to just team press it to just force them to make a mistake, and sometimes make them a little bit uncomfortable. As you can see, Lucio on top of Etu straight away. That's
a perfect example there, with not giving your opponent practically any time to think of ways to build up a sensible attack. You force them to potentially make mistakes, and Danny Pitbull's defending there was very, very aggressive with the team press. And equally so, Tekkz in this situation. Also Yaya Toure in right mid. That one there, I think, is...
I like that one.
You like it?
I like that one.
I get it because of the budget, but hold on a second. In behind, he's onside. Oh, he's off. I thought he timed it to perfection.
I thought that was on.
It's close. Of course, offside there from Tekkz. It could have been the opportunity that he's needed as this game's ticked on. I doubt we will see this game end 1-0. But I also said one of my top 4 players, 2 of them are out. Anders and Pierre's in. So what do I know, you know?
Who's left?
Emre Yilmaz and Nicholas.
Oh, I mean...
I said Nicholas to win it. And I think it's possible. But that's that side of the bracket. You told me any one of those win it, I wouldn't be surprised.
I still can't get over that Levy versus Emre Yilmaz matchup that's waiting to happen. But before that happens, we still need to find out who's going to come out on top between Danny Pitbull and Tekkz. Tekkz running down the line with Lionel Messi, taking yards.
Eto'o
finally got a bit of space to make something happen.
Manages to play it back here. Doesn't manage to bundle through with Alexander Isak. And a pause is cued by Tekkz. When we play, do you feel like in these situations, when you see a pause cued, does that sort of motivate you to try and keep possession a bit more?
It kind of tells me I've kind of got them. In a way, yes, you want to keep the ball in play, but you want to try and keep on attacking well, because now, look, he can now make a change, talk to his coach, and just slow down the momentum.
Yeah, let's head on over into this game whilst we are in that pause. 54th minute, it is still 3-0 in favour of Gibados. And the structure defensively, even just for that momentary defensive contribution there from Gibados, just seems so difficult to break down.
Yeah, I was really impressed with, I guess, his decision on when to use team press and when not to use team press, because obviously if you're going to use team press when defending, it's going to drain the stamina bar. Gibados was doing it at the perfect times and just winning the ball back quite easy, and not giving your opponent any sniff and go and just thinking they have a chance of scoring.
Loving the use of Ronaldinho there. Somebody that isn't selected in a lot of squads, but of course has the play styles, the attributes. Is lacking, obviously, like a rapid pass, for example, but hold on a second. Neto working the wings there. Kane with a finesse shot. And Gibados is on his feet, and rightly so. 4-0. And it would take a miraculous comeback from Fakiri, who, of course, knocked out Anders Vergang, but is potentially 30 minutes away from seeing his dream and his key being crushed.
I mean, Pedro Neto, fighting through for Gibados there, and finds the ball into Harry Kane in the box. It's just an easy finesse to make it 4-0 for Gibados, and you can see the emotion there and what it means to him. He's not stopping, and he wants to take every single goal and try.
Yeah, this one is a lot closer though. 20 minutes, you're going to start to see potentially a few more spaces for Danny Pitbull to exploit. As Tekkz, of course, will be aware that sooner or later, if the scoreline remains the same, he's going to have to push on and commit a few more bodies forward.
It'll be interesting to try and watch to see what was changed for both opponents. Maybe one of them has another tactic ready, because Tekkz, time is ticking. I think he's played quite well, but not enough. Otherwise, he will be going home early. But maybe a formation change might be needed just to help him going forward to create some more chances.
Yeah, it's an intense press there from Tekkz. You're going to have to watch the runs here, because he's committed, and Sesko just about does enough to intercept it and spring an attack for Yaya Toure to play it into Messi. Could there be a potential opportunity here? Wonderfully worked. Again, Danny Pitbull couldn't get on the end of it with Yaya Toure.
We've been seeing that little 1-2 L1 triangles on the edge work very well this tournament, but Danny Pitbull, I'm going to go back to that defending with Sesko. He could not get that wrong.
No.
Messi was or whoever it was running down that line free.
But that was the top side of your pitch there. Oh, thought that pass would have been played into Bobby Charlton. As Tekkz can find space with Eto'o. Ball played in straight to Isak. Can he get the the opportunity to get a clear shot at goal. You can see the team press is activated and he can't break it down.
Yeah, I think Tekkz looks quite comfortable.
Hold on.
But
passes on, Shells.
Danny Pitbull with Riyadh looking to try and make it 2 just before.
Wow.
Just puts it wide.
He's hit it wide. He timed it green, but it was aimed the wrong side of the post. And you think if Danny Pitbull had scored that, that could have been job done. Speaking of job done, though, Gibados is leading by a handsome margin, and he knows it's to be sensible right now.
Yeah, his game management was really good against Jafonzo yesterday as well. As you can see, look, he's probably had the corner and just brought it back to his own half, just to slow the game down, make Fakir a little bit more frustrated, and also make the perfect attack. At this point, 4-0, you don't need any more goals.
Nope.
But you still want to show your opponent that you're still here and you're looking to score some more.
And here he is again. It's going to be Messi trying to play a look to Kane, but the touch wasn't what Gibados intended there. But as you mentioned, the key in these opportunities when you're leading by 4-0 is to frustrate your opponent.
Yeah.
Keeping possession at this stage of the tournament and being defensively resolute, resorting to game management. Hold that thought for a second. Could we see a chance? It was fluff there from Fakir, but frustrating your opponent is key. This is a game worth $40,000 and a spot in the top 8 of the FC Pro World Championship. You don't want to give up a 4-0 lead because you don't forget that one.
I think you're going to sleep after that.
10 minutes left to see if Tekkz can keep his dream alive. Messi with the speed boost. A fantastic slide tackle there, though, from Lukaku.
Yeah, I think Danny Pitbull's defending has been I know the runner was in behind, but his defending has been really good against Tekkz. I think Tekkz hasn't really found an answer on what to do when he's in the final third, but Tekkz looking to try and equalize here now.
He might have found an answer. He might have found it, and he definitely found the back of the net there from Messi. A green time, low-driven shot. And I feel for Danny Pitbull slightly. That pass, it didn't lock onto the play he wanted to because the chance could have happened. But Tekkz won't care. Game on.
Yeah, I think Tekkz won't care at all. Speaking of it, he did find an answer. Yes, indeed. Tekkz uses Isaac just to get a little speed boost pass and finds Etu down the wing.
He's in a world of trouble here.
It's very hard to defend these scenarios, but Tekkz instinct, as soon as he gets a touch in the box, green time finish, low driven, and equalizes here against Danny Pitbull.
It's come at a crucial time in this game when Tekkz was starting to push bodies forward. And of course, now can we just go back to knowing that he doesn't need to obviously rush and try to get a goal back in this game. Obviously, he'd love to score, and he's got the ball back. Quite an unforced error there. See Aaron, MCFC Walsh supporting Tekkz. Let's go, Tekkz, bring it back to England. He might have an opportunity right now, Shells, you know.
Yeah, as we know, Tekkz, he's won it all except for this trophy, the biggest one probably as holding him back. And I guess in the GOAT debate, you know, his conversation.
Hold on. The pass is on. The pass is on, and Tekkz finds it. And it's Eto to make it 2-1. And this game has been completely turned around in a matter of moments. And Tekkz is so close to getting a spot in the top 8 in the world at the FC Pro World Championships. Talk me through this replay, Shells.
I mean, yeah, Danny Pitbull gave him a very sloppy from the kickoff, something he'll be killing himself about, but Isaac finds the ball through and finds Etu in the box. And yeah, I mean, this game turned around very quickly.
Yeah, not even a celebration there from Tekkz. He knows that there's still a kickoff to defend for Danny Pitbull, a costly error that could provide or could prove to be fatal, where this could be it. This could knock him out. Yeah, he's got a kickoff though, Shells. He has to score.
Danny Pitbull's looked quite comfortable in this game, so I think conceding these 2 goals very quickly is, I think his head might be a bit too far gone, but still a few time left to try and equalize.
Absolutely. Danny Pitbull knows what he has to do. 3 minutes plus additional time, and he's given the ball away again. It's been a disaster in terms of the last 8 minutes for Danny Pitbull. Fantastic work there to win it back, though. And he's going to have to spring together a fantastic opportunity. And could he do it here, Shell, sorry. Rio Ferdinand playing it into Kane. Look at the Eusebio run.
Rio Ferdinand above.
And Rio as well. And Kane, a low driven, and he's hit it wide.
That choice of pass back to Kane was fantastic, because I'll be honest, I was not looking there myself, but I cannot believe he's not converted that chance. That's another bad miss.
It's a dreadful miss there from Danny Pitbull. And I don't see how he gets the ball back in these situations where Tekkz knows all he has to do is maintain possession for 2 minutes. It's wonderfully worked.
He's going to play the pass?
He doesn't need to. He's going to try to turn back, and I feel like that could be a crucial mistake here. Look at the run from Rio. Is it on? It's onside. Danny Pitbull, composure, and it's there. Devastating from Tekkz. I don't know what has happened. He had an opportunity to go to the corner with Lionel Messi. He tried to go for goal shells. Both of us, I don't know what to say.
I don't want to be that guy, but it's a mental issue with Tekkz. What? That is the second time he's thrown away the ball in the 90th minute. If we talk about ECL, how he got knocked out the competition, this is
unforgivable. I'm sorry, it's unforgivable. Sorry to cut you off. It's crazy. Wonderful work from Danny Pitbull. The player lock. Oh, it's played him on side.
You can score in this game with the first time through balls. With 10 seconds left on the clock, Danny Pitbull has equalized here against Tekkz, and I thought it was all over.
Not even a flinch from Danny Pitbull, the coach as well. I can't believe it. We're going into extra time. Wow. It's unforgivable. I'm being honest here. Shells, I'm sorry, that can't happen. It can't happen.
It's sad to see, because obviously as players once in these type of situations, we know what it's like, but Tekkz!
Look at it again. What would you have done differently here?
Just not this hit. I don't know how to put this in words. He's just given the ball right back to Danny Pitbull. And if you go back to ECL, how he's lost the tournament against Bradley, you just can't be making these mistakes in these crucial moments. And this could be why Tekkz gets knocked out of the tournament, but there's still a lot of time left for him to redeem himself. But wow.
I think the player cam said it all. His reaction to that was devastation. You have to give credit to Danny Pitbull. The way he built up that attack was sensational. This game, though, is going to be coming to a conclusion very, very shortly. Fakir on the attack, but it's obviously going to be too little too late. But for Guebaros, top 8 to the FC Pro World Championships. It brings a tear to my eye. Yeah, honestly, fantastic work, and he's such a great player and a great person, so it's good to see him.
And Mo put him as one of the favourites to go to final, so Guebaros, he could win it all. Everyone in that top bracket, like I said, I'll be looking at him thinking, this is my chance to try and win a World Cup and be a part of that history book.
Look at the pass there, and it's on. It's Bobby Charlton. The keeper's coming out, a dink chip. And Tekkz, 3-2 up now at the start of extra time. And he'll be thinking, where was this 2 minutes ago? But it doesn't matter now. He capitalized off that team press. It was so aggressive from Danny Pitbull. And when kickoff is resumed, we'll pay attention to the stamina bar of Saliba here. Look at the replay. Saliba is knackered. He's trying to switch over. He can't get there in time. Saliba's got nowhere.
He's got no chance.
Nowhere near him. And the dink chip and the composure from Tekkz. And he's back in front.
Yeah, Danny Pitbull, you can see he brought the left back to try and cover the run, but this stamina, like you said, you might have to make a change, because that could be a problem in this extra time. And after making a big mistake in the 90th minute, Tekkz finds himself leading once again.
Back in front, but you know that won't be the last time we see a goal celebration in this game. I mentioned it when it was 1-0. They're two fantastic offensive players. And that is Amazon Hatcher there for the third goal. Could be a quick response. Very fortunate there, and manages to get a shot at goal. But if you remember, Danny Pitbull broke the deadlock from a corner. This time playing it short though.
Bit surprised that he played it short, but Danny Pitbull's looking for the perfect chance after converting a corner early on. And looking at Texas' team, there's no more mama that's really for him, so I would have whipped that in again.
It's a very aggressive step there from Danny Pitbull. Could be punished in this scenario. Tekkz here could work an angle for a finesse, could play it into the box. And Vieira, twisting and turning, can't find the space. Look at the team press, how aggressive it is. It's given so much opportunity for these moments. And it's absolutely fantastic from Tekkz. Composure.
And you can see the downside of the team press. Danny Pitbull's doing what he's done the whole game, but here he can show the gaps it leaves in your defense. And Tekkz using his composure, taking his time on the ball, using the technical dribble to break through the defense. As you can see, just pouncing off the players.
He realized here where he could get that space. Look at it. He noticed the stamina, the open space, the keeper movement shuffling very, very early. And that low driven at the near post was sort of a gift from Danny Pitbull.
This is potentially the first time we're going to see Tekkz maybe have a bit of breathing room now, because now he's got 2 goals, a 2 goals advantage, and now maybe can slow the game down, because we know Tekkz, he likes to keep the possession, play what's in front of him, so maybe
he's giving it away again.
Him a lot more comfortable.
Danny Pitbull from kickoff, I must say,
it's been shocking.
It's been a disaster.
It's been shocking.
It's been an absolute disaster. And Tekkz will now just keep possession. Slowly take minutes off of the clock. Maybe I'm the jinx. Tried that a couple times with Rio, just tried to bundle through the centre-backs. But when you've got the likes of Stam, yeah, it's very difficult to get a lot of success rate, just speed boosting into them.
Yeah, and Danny Pitbull's 2 goals down. He wants to try and make something happen, but Tekkz...
He's got him, you know. Saliba's too tired.
Saliba needs to get off the pitch, but...
Advantage, free kick, dangerous territory, Shells.
Seen many free kicks go on, and I know this is as good as a pen for some people. I'm not that good at this range, but even to try and get a corner.
It's perfect, keeper saves it, rebound. It's sensible.
And this is what Tekkz loves to do the most, just having the ball on the byline, waiting for the perfect reset. If you're looking at the... This is what he's talking about, trying to find his centre mids just to punch it into his strikers, but he couldn't convert there.
I thought he would have opted to potentially keep possession a little bit more. Rushed from Danny Pitbull. And now Tekkz will try his best to play the clock down. He doesn't need to score. Two minutes added on. Such a lack of press there from Danny Pitbull.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at his Saliba alone, he can't really team press anymore. Otherwise, a lot of his... I don't know if he has any subs on the bench, but Tekkz trying to punish him just before the second half extra time.
This will end it. If he gets a goal here, for me, this is job done. It's Charlton, who's come off the bench and has been outstanding. And he's about to score again. And Danny Pitbull, head in his hands, Tekkz. That Danny Pitbull goal, or a mistake I should say, from just stepping so aggressively early on, and then you see the team press, the stamina drains from all the players. It's so key to see, but Tekkz, fantastic work there from Bobby Charlton again. Let's talk about Bobby Charlton. Indeed, this guy's been a superstar for Tekkz ever since he's come on, and yes, he found his way with a little bundle of the way through, but a green time low driven OBC might be the main reason why Tekkz is through to the next round. Absolutely, and for Danny Pitbull there, he knows it's been a first half of extra time to forget. A mountain to climb for him, but anything can happen. But I do think some subs will have to be made, because he needs to be able to team press. And to mention again, that Saliba, you will not be able to chase anyone down. Half time in extra time. Danny Pitbull is 15 in-game minutes from seeing that key right there being crushed and being eliminated from the FC Pro World Championships. You got to think he was leading 1-0 around the 80th minute. Had an opportunity to build up an attack, didn't work out. I'd say he was slightly unlucky with the intended pass. Tekkz capitalized on it, scored again. But now Tekkz has a very handsome lead. 3 goals, Shells. I'm sorry, yeah, I mean, done. I don't want to be that guy, but if Tekkz gives this up, for me, I think his confidence will be officially be gone, because he can't let this slip now. And after Danny Pitbull equalizing in the 90th minute, I was a bit worried for Tekkz in extra time, but he started off the first half so well. And is it enough for him to book himself a place in the top 8? Played it well to get it to Rio. Great bit of work from Danny Pitbull. Hold the phone. We've got 12 minutes for 2 goals. That's a lot of time. There's time. There's time. I hold my hands up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I go by the 116th, and we've got a game on our hands. Here's the replay. Rio The skill move there, but the pass back to Messi, and then the space just seemed to open up. And Rio takes it in his stride. Very unlucky for Tekkz to not retrieve possession, you could say, with Stam.
Yep, yeah, I think Stam, all he did, press circle to try and win the ball back, but Rio Ferdinand, that's why he's in the team. His physical presence sometimes just allows you to push past the defender to get the shot off. Danny Pitbull has pulled one back. He's 2 more, and there is time.
What would you do if you're Tekkz in this situation?
I don't know, Ryan. Pray. I think, because you know how I am. You know, when you have a lead and you give it up, especially these stages, you're thinking about, you can't let it slip now. You can't let it slip now. But you got to believe in yourself. You know what you need to do. You've done this many times before, and you just need to keep it simple.
Oh, he's giving it away. And Danny Pitbull can put together an attack here, giving him an opportunity to save his fate in this tournament. The passing is sensational, by the way. Rio, the rebound, Messi's on. Hold on a second. Hold on, Shells. 8 minutes to go. What is going on in this game?
I don't know what Danny Pitbull's changed, but Tekkz's defending there was too many gaps. He was trying to make a read. He was pulling every centre back out, but Danny Pitbull is here, and he is not going without a fight.
This play here, the quick snappy passing, that little ball over the top. Rio, the keeper, saves. The rebound falls in favour of Danny Pitbull. I look at the coach. I'm with him. I might not even watch this. You might have to take over. There is no way. There is no way. I can't. I can't do this.
And it's a complete momentum switch. Tekkz, he knows he's got 1 goal gap. Your nerves are starting to kick in now for anyone. And Danny Pitbull, he's probably already accepted defeat, but he knows he's still got a chance.
And he's won it back again. Rio Ferdinand on the ball with heavy touch there, and Stam steps in to retrieve possession. 5 minutes plus added time. Can Tekkz hold on? It looks onside to me, and it is. It's Patrick Vieira in a goal, pass across the box, Eto! And for the first time, Tekkz lets out a roar. And that has to be this time, 6-4. Is that it, Shells?
I'm not going to say anything because I don't know, Ryan, but Danny Pitbull with the offside trap, he tried to make a rash decision and forced Tekkz to go forward, which has costed him badly, but Tekkz has got the 2-goal advantage back again. And is it enough for him to make it to the next shot? I don't know, Ryan, because I didn't expect Danny Pitbull to be in this situation again, but Tekkz swayed it off to Etu to put in the back of the net. Still a tough finish to even hit the target, because the keeper, he done well with the keeper bait, and you see the massive roar from Edu as well. And the emotion, I think Tekkz needed that.
Absolutely. It looked, honestly, I thought it was offside.
I thought it was off as well.
That heavy touch there from Rio, that was the downside of the attack that Danny Pitbull tried to put together.
I'm still in the kind of mode where Danny Pitbull's 1 goal away. I don't know. It's just,
I'm
still a bit stunned on what I've just seen. But Tekkz now 1 step closer to getting into the top 8, the furthest he's ever been at a World Championship. So he'll be buzzing about that. But Danny Pitbull, it might be a little bit too little, too late.
Yeah, and the pass doesn't even find the intended target. It will be Gibaros and Tekkz advancing to the next stage of the SC Pro World Championships, where they will be up against each other. Oof, that is a huge matchup, of course. That takes place tomorrow. We're still going to be finding out the remaining 6 players to solidify their spots later on today. But what a start to the knockout stages.
What a start it indeed. And I mean, commiserations to Danny Pitbull. He tried his best. He played fantastic. But Tekkz has booked himself into the top 8. Sorry to go back on it. The furthest he's ever got into this competition. And we'll see tomorrow up against Gui Barros if he has the confidence to take it 1 step further.
Yeah, it's a huge moment for Tekkz.